Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga Thiền. My name is Esther Eckhart and today's yoga is going to be a vinyasa flow. Vinyasa flows are great, they are invigorating and they keep your mind captivated because you're moving all the time, so you have to stay focused. So join in. We start on hands and feet, the cat stretches. On the in-breath, lengthen the front of your body, head and tail up, and on the out-breath, head and tail down, and you round the spine up to the ceiling. On an in-breath again, lengthen the front of the body, lift your head and tail, and on the out-breath again, rounding the spine, pushing into your hand a little. Good. Keep going in your own rhythm of breathing, coming back to center when you're finished. But for now, keep going. And then on the next in-breath, come back to center, and on an out-breath, push yourself back in downward facing dog. So you want to tuck your toes and then push the hips up to the ceiling. Good. And you can walk a little to warm up, one heel down, other heel up, and alternate just to warm up the back of the legs for a moment. And then lower both heels to the floor, still keeping the spine long. And then you can come back down on knees and sit in child pose. And from child pose we move back in downward facing dog. So breathing, come back on hands and knees and exhaling, downward facing dog. Keep breathing, keep pressing your hands and feet equally into the floor. And then on the next in-breath, step both feet forward, come into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Breathing in, half standing forward fold, lengthen the breastbone, straighten the back, and on an out-breath, draw the chest back into your legs. And on an in-breath, come up to mountain pose, arms up all the way to the ceiling, and then exhaling, arms down, placing your hands in front of your chest. Release your hands. On the next in-breath, bring your arms back up, look up, and on an out-breath, swan dive down, straight back, hinging from the hips, placing your hands on the floor. On the next in-breath, step right leg back, come into a lunge, keeping the back knee lifted, and soften the upper back, look up a bit, shoulders down along the spine. Exhaling, come into plank. On the out-breath, still bring your knees, chest, chin to the floor, lie flat, and on an in-breath you come into cobra. So you roll the shoulder blades onto the back and down and lift your chest up and head. Good. Inhale here, and on the next out-breath come down, and from cobra we push back up into downward facing dog. Then step your right foot forward again. Big step, come into a lunge with the back knee lifted. Lift the back inner thigh up. And step your left leg forward into forward fold. On the next in-breath, come back up. And on the out-breath, lower the arms down again alongside the body. And on the next in-breath, bring the arms back up and out. And on the out-breath, swan dive down again. On the next in-breath, step your left leg back. Big step, come back into the lunge. Soften your upper back, draw the shoulder blades back. And on the out-breath, plank pose and come down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, scoop back up into cobra. Keep the legs quite active. Pull the navel in and up, and then on the out-breath, come down and push yourself back up into downward facing dog, still breathing out. Breathing in again, step your left leg forward, softening the upper back, looking up. And exhaling, step your right leg forward next to the left into forward bend. Release your head and neck. Inhale, come back up, straight back, arms up sidewards. And on an out-breath, swan dive straight back down. On an in-breath, half standing forward bend, look up, and on the out-breath, step into downward facing dog. From there, step your right foot forward between your hands, drop the back heel to the floor, and on the next in-breath, you bring your left arm up into side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Look up along the arm, and then bring your hand behind your back, and then bring your right arm before your leg underneath the thigh and see if you can hold hands, bounded side angle pose. Keep looking up and keep rolling your chest and belly up to the ceiling. Keep your knee traced over the toes, don't let your knee buckle in, and keep extending out to the back leg. Then release both hands down on either side of the foot and step your right leg back into downward facing dog. And we repeat this on the other side. Step your left leg forward and drop the back heel, and on the in-breath lift your right arm up to the ceiling into an extended side angle pose again. Keep pressing down through the left fingertips. Lengthen the spine as much as you can. Keep the tailbone drawn in a little, and then bring your left arm behind you, your right arm behind you, and bring the left arm underneath the leg and hold on to your hands. Look up, roll the belly and chest up to the ceiling. And on the next out breath, you slowly come back, release your hands, place your hands on either side of the foot and step back into downward facing dog. And stretch out in downward facing dog. From the back of your heart, extend out through your hands and lift up through the hips. And then again on the in-breath, step your right foot forward once more between your hands, drop the back heel and windmill your arms up in Warrior Two. Inhale, bring your left arm up and right arm, so the arms are parallel to the floor. Bend into that front knee, keep the knees in line with the toes. Then straighten the front leg, and on the next exhalation, extend the body over the leg and come into triangle pose. Look up along the left arm. If your neck hurts, just look straight ahead. Keep the spine long, extend from the base of the spine to the top, and then on the outer, bring your left arm down and step back into downward facing dog. Repeating this on the other side. So on the in-breath, you step your left foot forward and dropping the back heel. Then windmill the arms up, right arm moves up in front of you, left arm follows, bending into the knee, and then inhaling, extending the leg, exhaling, come into triangle pose, extending out to the front of the room, let your hip come around, bring your left arm down and your right arm up. Look up along the right arm. Keep breathing. Feel the body while you do the poses, and on the out breath, bring your right hand down as well and step back into downward facing dog. And again, breathe into this pose. Keep lengthening, stretching out, and then bring both of your feet into standing forward fold. Release your head. You might hold on to your elbows to give an extra stretch on the upper back, only if that's comfortable, otherwise just release both arms down. And just relax here for a moment, breathing in your belly to expand your lower back. Then relax your arms and come into Malasana. So you bend your knees, you squat, and you stretch your arms out forward. You kind of walk your hands forward, and at the same time you extend back through your hips. And then you come down to sit and into boat pose. On an in-breath, you lift your feet up, keep your knees bent for now. You can hold even the back of the knees and extend the legs so they're straight, and then let go. Just as much as you can. You can also keep holding on to the legs if this is too much. And then you bend your knees and you come into, place your feet on the floor and then lie down on the back. Arms extended out to the side. Bring your knees into your chest, exhaling, breathing in, and on the out breath, bring your knees down to the right side to the floor and release the legs and knees there. You look up or to the left and just breathe to open up the left side of the body. In a way, you're trying to pull your left ribs to the floor, and then on the out breath, press the lower back into the floor, bring the knees back to center, inhaling there, and exhaling, lower the legs down to the other side, to the left, relax the knees and feet, and again you look up or to the right, breathing to open the right side of the body. And then you draw your knees back in to center. Then you roll onto your side and you help yourself up to come to sit. And you can just relax there. Okay, that was it. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.